Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
And I'm Coach Jay.
And the Film Breakdown series is back after a little hiatus. Took a couple of weeks off. We're back. I'm planning to still drop these things on Sunday, but it'll depend on content. It'll depend on the news cycles. If there's anything going on, I'll be covering that. If there's not, maybe we'll drop a film breakdown in the middle of the week. So just make sure you're dialed in, subscribed, all that good stuff. Today we're going to talk about the 247 Sports Composite four-star corner Shamar Arnoux. He is a class of 25 guy. Right out of the gate, what do you think of that, Coach Jay? We saw this with Jonathan Eccles in the class of 24, a guy that committed over a year ago at this point, and now Tennessee still got him in the boat. Shamar Arnoux kind of setting that foundation for 25. What do you think when these guys commit this far out?
You got to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, but I like it. Like you said, it kickstarts the class off. It kind of lets everyone know, hey, we're building towards the future. It puts another DB in the boat. It puts the defense's best foot forward in the class by kicking it off with a bang, and kind of shows Coach Hype's committed to following through on that elite defense comment that he made the other day. So, man, I love to hear something like that from an offensive guru like Coach Hype, and it's really nice to get a good defensive guy in the boat. And Shamar's got a lot of room to grow, but man, a lot of talent and a great looking kid on the football field. Certainly a lot to build on for him.
Chose Tennessee over Texas A&M, LSU, Ole Miss, and Auburn. Took a couple of visits in 2022, but he comes in town for the second scrimmage of the spring, pulls the trigger on April the 7th. We're gonna jam through a lot of stuff, so you guys bear with us. But as always, right out of the gate, smash the thumbs up. That's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. Also, I want to say this: if you like the film breakdown series, there is a button that says thanks below this video. Look, they don't get as many views as some of the dramatic stuff. You guys love drama. The drama pulls 10, 15, 20,000 views. Film breakdown, not as much. You like it, you want to support it, hit the thanks button. It's like a super chat in the comment section. We would appreciate it. But like I said, we got a lot to get into. But right out of the gate, we debated. We went back and forth on this thing. We decided we're going to play his commitment video to kick things off. And you're going to see why here in just a second. Maybe this is a bit of a humble brag. I don't know. Let's take a watch. Class of 2025 corner, Shamar Arnoux drops his top 8. You can see there Tennessee is in the mix. It's got Tennessee, Arkansas, Auburn, Michigan, Florida State, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and LSU. And I know what some of you guys are going to say. Boogie, this is 2025. Are we crazy? Have we lost our mind? He wants to make a decision sooner rather than later.
I love how he's got all the teams
represented.
Dropped
I was going to say.
8. He told On3.com that a commitment is likely coming soon. Says he doesn't have an exact date, but he's hoping to wrap up the recruiting process sooner rather than later. Look how long his arms are, and I know we're going to get into that.
Yep. Yeah, very rangy kid. Absolutely.
I love the grind.
First thing first, I would like to thank God for blessing me with all this God-given talent. I would like to thank my mom for believing in me and my dad for always pushing me and teaching me that there's no shortcuts in this game. It's been a long journey, and I'm appreciative of everyone who's been involved in this process. I'd like to thank Coach Ford and our debut program for teaching me how to train like a pro. I also like to thank Rez, Jimmy, Coach Step, Coach TJ, Coach Tristan, Coach Mark, and Coach Buster. Coach O, Coach Norman, thank you for helping me during my time at the Tennessee. Coach Reeves and Coach Miller, thank you for welcoming me into the Milton Eagle family.
Go look at the offer list. And again, Tennessee, Auburn, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Michigan. The teams that are included in his top 8 should be enough alone to show you that this kid is a baller. This kid's a gamer. How does he develop over these next 2 years of high school football is yet to be seen.
What's
so
up?
Comical that my favorite voice.
You sure that's what you want to do?
For sure, you know already.
You know they're going to be talking. They're going to say, you got time. It's too early.
The production value.
You know I'm out of here.
I ain't worried about what nobody else talking about. I got you. You always let duty checking in. Go VAWLS.
If I die, I still go out the realest. He want to talk, I just don't get it. This our only difference. The shots I send don't come on Insta, come in 5.56. You been a
Dude, I love it. And, you know, we talk about recruiting and these kids having their moment. And, of course, at the time of this recording, J.J. Harrell, a lot of drama with him and saying my recruitment's open after he's committed. That's your moment. That's your moment, Shamar. You got your moment. You got your drama. You got your video. You got your hype. Now let's go to work. Let's go start building that class of 25. I told you guys it's probably going to be a long video because I don't think Coach Jay has seen this. We've talked about it previously, but I want you to see it because this is at a Rivals camp in Atlanta. It's one-on-one wide receivers versus DBs. Look again at his arms. Look how long and rangy this kid is. I love the length on him at the corner position. And you also got to realize how young he is, right? How, like, even watching this commitment video, like, he's going up against seniors, and this kid is so young. Coach Jay, you've not seen this. I want you to watch it. I know a lot of people are going to be in the comments saying, well, every play was pass interference. I don't care. I love the physicality. This is a little bonus of the film breakdown. We're going to run through, I think it's 4 or 5 plays. Let Coach Jay watch them, and then we'll get into the actual film breakdown here in just a second. But let's take a watch. Rivals camp in Atlanta not too long ago. A little jersey tug there. Look at the size difference.
Yeah.
It's a good ball. Ooh, gotta keep running.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Size difference again. Look at the physicality.
Yeah.
All right, that's all of them. Not a whole lot of plays there from that camp. What are your thoughts just watching that?
Yeah, and I mean, hey, after taking a look at this kid's video, there's a lot of similar themes we're about to go through. You know, good hips, physical kid, rangy, length, and you're seeing it. You know, you're seeing it there in isolation drills, and I'm sure some 7-on-7 at that camp as well. If we had the full video, but yeah, just really lengthy. He's got room to grow into his body even a little bit more. You know, he's obviously got a little shine to him. He likes the limelight, and certainly he's going to be under the lights at Neyland Stadium. So we need kids that are going to embrace that. We need kids who are going to be tough and physical inside, and we need kids who are rangy and lengthy. Man, I feel like it's almost like deja vu with some of these DBs and some of these cornerbacks that hype's been pulling in. It's starting to just be a real similar deja vu theme going on, and Coach Jay is here for it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting pumped about where this defense is going.
I think we probably overuse the term dog when we talk about certain kids, like Jawan Jennings. That kid was a dog, undersized at the wide receiver position. Now he's getting paid to play in the league because he's got that dog in him. And I see that in Shamar, the physicality to step up on that line. And you should really be maybe a little gun shy, maybe a little hesitant because you're going up against these big physical kids, and he doesn't care. Like, I love that last play where the receiver makes contact first, boom, punch, and he's just like hand fighting, boom. He's just physical, and that's what I love, man. I love it. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. Let's take a look at the profile here. 247 Sports again. The composite has him as a 4-star prospect, and you look at the class of 25, how far out that is. These numbers are going to change. You see the 30th ranked player in Georgia, 33rd overall as a corner out of Alpharetta, Georgia. All these numbers are going to change. 6'1", 170. We've ran down the offer list. We've talked it to death. We've talked everything. It's time to get into a little film breakdown. Here we go, Coach Jay. Let me switch the format here. Boom. There we go. Now we can see. What do we got?
You got it. Yeah, it looks familiar already, right? We just saw some press in that camp video right there, and he's at the top side of your screen, playing quarterback press against obviously a much older, a little bit larger wide receiver, but we see the good length in him already. We've got trips with the, interesting enough, with the Y and the S, so the slot, the 2 slot receivers inside of trips stacked on top of each other inside. And what we're going to see here is something in the industry you call kind of like a tornado bubble screen when you run that behind the stack. This is going to be completely away from Shamar. And what we're looking at here is everyone gets sealed inside. So these 2 slot wide receivers are going to seal those linebackers, the safety, the cornerback, the running back actually is going to come out and seal the linebacker. Sorry, the slots are going to seal the cornerback and the safeties. They're going to throw it to the wide out that's off of your screen at the bottom of the screen, the Z receiver on a screen. Shamar's just going to stay really patient on the backside and not allow that Reggie Bush high school cutback that you see all kinds of speed guys doing at the high school level. And this play, Boogie, but really watch this cornerback just stay with this play all the way through and then pop this ball out and change the complexion of a game where obviously this offense is on the other side of the 50 moving towards the end zone. We can go ahead and take a look at it. Just a good job. See the running back. He's going to come seal these linebackers. See Shamar is going to just come in. Beautiful punch out. Just heads up football on the backside. We'll take that all day, man. You can affect the ball when you're away from it like that. A lot of cornerbacks, when you get a bubble screen to the complete other side of the field, are just going to give up on that play. So good hustle, great hustle. All right, moving on though. Twins top side wing formation here. Shamar is going to be on the top side of the screen here. He's playing off the ball instead of in press. It's going to be outside leverage. What's going to happen on this play is we're going to get a deep post here. And by the way, 4-3 defense, the old boogie stopping NCAA college football defense, once again with two safeties high. And the slot wide receiver at the top side of the screen is going to run a skinny post. But let's go ahead and watch Shamar just read this through. And they are in a man defense. We can go ahead and let it play, Boogie. Just going to get a nice bat down here on that post route.
I was just interested to look how soft he's playing here. But you got, what do you got? 1st and 20 or 1st and 15? Looks like probably a false start, something like that. So
you would expect it. And your safeties are back. You got 2 high back instead of 1 high. Both the cornerbacks are playing off. So certainly a down and distance game. But you got to watch them throwing underneath you, and it happens all the time, right? But just great hips. Once again, I feel like deja vu all the time with these cornerbacks and safeties. Great hips. I feel like it's the first thing we're looking at when we're evaluating some of these DBs is just their hips. How good are their hips, right? It's a lot when you're in the secondary. Let's go ahead and take a look at this wide receiver run the skinny, bust the skinny. Stays with it, beats him to his spot, mind you. High points it and bats it down. Not far away from a pick with that length against, I'm guessing, a junior or a senior that looks much taller than him and might have gotten that pick by the time his senior year rolls around, certainly. Just a great bat down. Also a common theme, if you've been watching some of these Gibson, Matthews, all these different DB breakdowns, just a lot of bat downs from these kids.
And how big is that, right? Pass
Huge.
breakups. I say that a lot when I'm looking at stats, particularly transfer portal, because you've got some actual valuable information in front of you. A pass breakup versus a pass defended, right? Pass defended, I'm just in the area. The wide receiver could drop it. It could be an overthrow. But a pass breakup shows me kids making plays. And again, we talk about, we're saying the same thing again. Here we go again, just regurgitating information. But Christian Conyer in the orange and white game, that's a pass breakup. That's a kid making a play that led to a turnover in the spring game. I think that's invaluable when we're talking about the secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, time you get a pass breakup, it's on a passing down. Usually it's either right 1st and 10 to go. You get a pass breakup, 2nd and 10, right? You're limiting options for the offense, or 3rd and 4. 3rd and 8, 3rd and whatever. You get a breakup, offense is on the ball, and we've all seen what Josh Heupel's offenses do. It's been well documented. We'll be seeing it more and more in the future, thank goodness. And the more turnovers we get, the more our offense is going to score, and those pass breakups are paramount to the success of the offense. It's a direct result of it.
That's what I love, going back to the quote from Heupel you talked about earlier. We know what Josh Heupel's offense is going to do. They're going to go score points. Number 1 scoring offense in the country, quarterback efficiency, yards per game, all the stats. We know that. We expect that. And I love that whatever media person asked that question, we're all in the same boat. It's like, we just need an efficient defense. We just need an efficient defense. And Heupel's like, nope, screw that. We're going to be an elite defense. And we're seeing that. You know, somebody once commented and said, Boogie, do you think the class of 24 is too offensive heavy? No. It was very defensive heavy. And I think that's, like you said, we start that now with the class of 25 with Shamar Arnoux. Let's get defensive heavy. Guys, if you're still watching at this point, make sure you smash the thumbs up. We appreciate you guys hanging out. As always, if you're new, welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. We're not experts, except Coach Jay is an expert, and we're going to pick his brain. Look, I went on Locked On VAWLS this week. Dude, it's a blur because I recorded that like a week out. Now we're recording this. Who knows how far out? Everything's a whirlwind. But I went on Locked On VAWLS, and I told Eric, he's like, what's going on your channel? And I explained what the film breakdowns were with Coach Jay, and he kind of perked up, and he's like, that you guys are offering content that nobody else is offering. Nobody else is doing what we are getting from Coach Jay. So like I said, make sure you smash the thumbs up, hit the thanks button down below, drop a little tip in the tip jar, and I'll make sure we compensate Coach Jay for his hard work. Let's take a look at the next play here. We got 103 on the timestamp.
Sure thing. We got twins, top of the screen, wing formation. Once again, Shamar is going to be playing off the ball again, but we're going to see another tool in his toolbox here. He's not playing outside leverage. He's playing heads up. Feet are nice and square right in front of him. I never like the hands on the knees, but we're in pre-snap, so I'll take it for now and gripe about it with you later.
So let's nitpick. What do you want to see him do? What do you want to see him do here?
You know, just and once again, guys, top of the screen. Cornerback, his hands on his knees, and if you look, he doesn't have a lot of bend in his knees either right now, Boogie. And once again, that could change in the next microsecond that you roll the film. But I always want my players in a nice bended formation. If you look at the two middle linebackers right here, the Will and the Mike, they got a nice bend in their knee. Their hands are hanging a little more freely rather than on their knee. That's kind of what I'm looking for is not getting caught flat-footed. You'll also notice those linebackers are on their toes a little bit. Shamar's a bit flat-footed right here. And if you catch a defense flat-footed, you are going to burn them. Go ask Nick Saban and their defense about being caught flat-footed against an offense. And they'll tell all about watching those goalposts go in the river. That's just what happens when you get caught flat-footed. You're going to be celebrating with your doggies. But yeah,
I never get tired of program references.
I never eat. All day long. I'm
here for it.
Yep. But you know, once again with the twins, that slot wide receiver right here is what we're going to be watching, guys. He's going to run just a little hitch route underneath, and of course, the receiver to his outside, is going to run a little bit deeper of a route. You know, the old levels concept, right? Run over you and run underneath you and make you pick, right? It's just a good way to option any defender in the pass is just to make you pick. Let's go ahead and maybe watch this for a second, Boogie. Maybe watch it till about the 107 mark and then freeze it, something like that, something in there. Pop. Nice back pedal, by the way. Opens his hip. And right here, just great recognition. He sniffed it out in this moment of time. He back pedals at the beginning, really choppy feet, opens his hip if he needs to follow that post. But as soon as he changes his mind and stops, you know, he doesn't stop and pick up his feet. He stops and changes directions. And it's kind of like a weird mind thing to get around. But as a DB, you don't want to waste footsteps stopping and restarting. You want to use your active footstep that you're in the middle of to change directions because it's time, right? As soon as that foot stops, it's picked up and forward. Kind of like a baseball player stealing a base, right? You don't want any of those extra steps. But he's churned on this, on the hitch. It's 3rd and long, and they're trying to run underneath it and get him to make a play. He's breaking down on this, and let's see if he can finish it and stop him from getting a first down. Forms up, takes him out, 4th and short. Well, might have been 2nd. Forgive these old old Coach J eyes, but it was either second or third. Couldn't quite tell there, but either way, moving on. Right here, we kind of catch it mid-play. We got a pistol formation, trips to the top side of the screen. And talk about being flat-footed. Let's take a look at this defense, guys, other than Shamar. We got a safety on our bottom side of the screen, just trying to figure out the play call still. We got 24 playing in the middle, talking about where the coverage should be. We got the cornerback on the top side of the screen, trying to figure out what the play call is on his wrist. We've got the DB to the outside of them with his hands on his knees and flat-footed.
This is a full video right here. This is chaos on the defensive side of the ball. Look at this guy, this guy, this guy, here. It's complete. Even the defensive line's not even sure what's going on.
Yeah. And hey, look, I wish I could be as spirited as I would be in a film room with my own guys here on the Talkin' VAWLS, but this is a family show, and we're not going to have that much fun at their expense. That kind of thing is between the coaches and their players behind closed doors. But certainly a little bit of chaos here on what the coverage should be. And, their trips, they're wide open. They're spreading you out. And sure enough, we're going to get a weak side draw here. And weak side meaning away from those trips, away from those three wide receivers. He's going to try to bounce that a little bit outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one, Boogie, and maybe let it run 3-4 seconds, about the 126 mark, something like that. Boom. All right. So he's busted it outside. You need to squeeze this play back inside, but there's a problem with that. We've got a little bit of a hiccup. We got a wide receiver on our outside shoulder if we're Shamar. So we got two choices. We can either go outside of him and risk the cut back in a busted straight line, or we can try to duck underneath and attack the outside shoulder, which is ding, 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 the correct answer that you should do, and exactly what Shamar does in this situation. Let's go ahead and take a look at him duck under this wide receiver, attack the outside shoulder, the ball side shoulder, as he should, and make a play on this. Nice squared up hips, pops through, bang, done and done. Caught you flat-footed. Did he pick up a first down? No, I think he was about 2 yards short, actually. So great job. Hey, when you're flat-footed, that thing could have been a house call very easily. Very, very easily. Moving on. I think the next one picks up at about 250. I think I put 248 for you, but who knows what's going on. And we can pop the
that was weird.
Yeah, they're right here. Yeah, it's weird. It's right here. You're on the play, though. And we'll let this play run when we let it run, and you can let the one run immediately after too, so we can start plugging it. I know it wasn't a timestamp for you, but I kind of wanted to show you two things real quick. And there's not a lot to this play. We're not going to talk about it too much. It's just pistol again, trips to the top side of the field. But going back to what Boogie was talking about earlier during his camp, I just love the physicality right here. Like, he doesn't put up with any crap from this weak side wide receiver. Let's just watch him deal with this on the jam. He's playing press. Go ahead and play it, Boogie. Jams up
right in his grill. I love
right
it.
In his face. Forward, no, you're not blocking me. Kind of gives him a slap across the face. And then right here, the beautiful close on the wide receiver. I mean, on the running back, a leak out on the play immediately after is just a nice physical sequence, at least on the highlight reel. I realize it wasn't the same game, guys, but just love the physicality, love the downhill play. All of our volunteer fans have watched our DBs play off, because when we play press, we get beat deep because we're not jamming them at the line. These are the players that we've been showing you that are jamming at the line. Now they're young kids, they're high school kids. They got work to do in the weight room, guys. This isn't a these guys are all immediately at the next level and are going pro, and now we're the Georgia defense, or now we're the Al Wilson Tennessee defense or something like that. These kids got work to do. We recognize that, but the base is certainly there. Go ahead and pop those two plays again real quick, and we'll move on to 303.
What I love is when we talk about, he's going to have to get big, get more physical in the weight room, whatever. Look how much, again, he's outsized. And that's why the Rivals camp stood out to me. Yeah, he was tugging on a jersey. Yeah, there was maybe some questionable stuff. Although I love the hip in the back, or the hand in the back pocket, back hip, and coming over the top, making the pass break up. But again, look how much he's outsized. Look how much he is outsized by this kid. He does not care. He has no fear.
Yeah,
That's what I love about Shamar. He has no fear.
Yeah, and be a nuisance. Don't make the wide receiver's job easy. I mean, you in that Georgia game, I challenge anyone, go back and watch it. The guy that was over Brew, he was a nuisance to Brew. He was all over him. He was bugging him. He was like a fly on his ear or something. He was just annoying the crap out of him, and that kind of stuff. Hey man, that gets in their head, right? So, and then just the little quick out to the wide receiver, excuse me, not the running back on that play, but just you see the closing speed right there. Very nice. And then moving on to our final play here, a really interesting play. We got twins to the top side of the field. We got a pistol. We got a wing formation, and we're going to get play action on this play. Shamar is obviously in press. Once again, we're going to get a nice hard jam out of him initially. The wide receiver is going to try to run him off like he's running kind of like that corner fade, but he's going to round it out really quick, just to that quick little out pattern to the sideline to pick up the first down. If you freeze it, Boogie, at about the 3:07 mark, go ahead and see if we can run it to there actually real quick, just right about that 3:07, right when that quarterback spies that wide receiver that Shamar is on, right there. He looks at that and he goes, no, thank you. I don't think I'm going to throw that, right? I want no part of this. He's going to take off on a run, and just a nice open field tackle to save a touchdown, really. A quarterback makes kind of a nice heads-up play, realizes that's spun. Shamar's going to form up, get off of that wide receiver crossing the middle, which is his secondary read, turn his hips out, step it outside, cover up, and saves a touchdown. Can't ask for anything more out of the kid. Guarded his wide receiver. Someone else was doing their job. The quarterback wouldn't have been able to break that play down like that.
So once again, that is 4-star corner Shamar Arnoux. And the class of 25 got a long way. You got to keep him in the boat. You got to keep recruiting. We're seeing that with J.J. Harrell right now. You got to keep recruiting. But on the flip side of that, we've seen, Jonathan Eccles. A lot of people said he's never going to last, Boogie. Why are you making this commitment video? He's never going to stick around. Guess what? Even when you change your position coach, Alex Golish off to USF, you bring in Ablin, and guess what? Jonathan Eccles is still in the boat. I hope Shamar is very vocal. I hope he is a leader. I hope he's a guy that will be on campus a lot. We got the big Memorial Day recruiting event coming up. I hope he's a guy that's around campus a lot and just be that leader on the recruiting trail. Guys, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the film breakdowns with Coach Jay, make sure you smash the thumbs up, share out the link, put these out there, put them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know all those social media things. I'm not you young hip kids. I don't know what those things are you do these days, but share it out. Let somebody know. We would appreciate it. As always, go check out the merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Pick up your merch. Do we need a film breakdown shirt? Maybe we come up with something for Coach Jay out there on the Talkin VAWLS Network merchandise website. Again, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The link is in the description below. Also, thank you to the members of the channel. As always, you guys keep the lights on around here. You want to join, hit that join button down below. It's only $1 a month. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, which lead to you being on the show and creating content. That's how Coach Jay got here. But also, man, if you guys dig it, if you like what we do, hitting that thumbs up is quick, free, and easy. So we would appreciate it. But hit the comment section. Let us know. We're planning to try to do a film breakdown live once a month. So who do you want for June? You guys have killed it. You guys recommended Nico and Arch. That was great. Carnell Tate and Nathan Laycock. That was great. Sham versus Stanton Ramble. That was great. And then the 3 young corners, Christian Conyer, Jordan Gibson, or Ricky Gibson, Jordan Matthews. That was a great one. So I'm putting it on you guys. You guys hit the comment section. Let us know who you want the next live stream to be. We got to wrap this thing up. It's my fault. I told Coach Jay I got so much stuff I want to play before you even get started. We're 30 minutes in, but hey, having a good time. He's Coach Jay. My name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.